cab light.
Cab light.
Make sure it's properly mounted and secure. The lenses are not cracked, bent, or broken. Amber in color. Functions properly, and it also functions as a turn signal, two-way flasher, and a marker. Then I want to check my mirror. My mirror bracket and my door, I want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Right.
The mirror is clean.
The mirror is clean.
I
want to make sure my door opens and closes properly from the outside. My hinges are not loose or worn. My seal is not cut, torn, or frayed. It's intact and it's not leaking. Okay. Then I want to check my driver steps. I want to make sure they're properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Free of debris and support the driver's weight. I want to check my DEF tank. I want to make sure it's properly secure. My cap is on tight. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking. I want to check my fuel tank. My fuel tank is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My cap is on tight. I'm going to check my fuel lines, making sure they have no damage and they're not leaking. Okay? Stay right here. I'm going to go outside.
The tank is mounted by wires? Sí, it's clamp. Wires, clamps. Property to the frame.
I'm going to check my exhaust. I'm going to make sure my exhaust is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No signs of leakage such as black soot around the connections. I'm going to check my drive shaft. I want to make sure my drive shaft is properly mounted and secure, not twisted, bent, or damaged, and my U-joints is free of damage and debris. I want to check my frame and my cross members, making sure they're properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and no illegal welds. I want to check my catwalk and steps, making sure they're properly secured to the frame, not cracked, bent, or broken, free of debris, and will support the driver's weight. Then I want to check my torque arm, right here. My torque arm is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and my bushings are intact. Then I want to check my...
What's the name in slowly?
Torque arm.
Torque arm?
Torque arm.
Torque arm. Torque arm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then, the same like our leaf springs, I'm going to check my control mount, my front and rear, making sure they're properly secured to the frame, not cracked, bent, or broken. Then I want to check my control arm, control mount, control arm. So my control arm is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, shifted, misaligned, and no illegal welds. As you look up in here, I'm going to check my U-bolts. My U-bolts are properly mounted and secured to the axle, not cracked, bent, or broken, no loose or missing nuts. Then I'm going to check my shock absorber, properly mounted and secured by top and bottom bolts. Bushings are intact, shock is not cracked, bent, or broken, and shock is not leaking. Then I'll check my, what else we got down there? Okay, I'll go ahead and start checking my brake system. I'll check my brake, I'll check my airbags, I'm sorry.
Airbags.
My airbags is properly secured by top and bottom. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they're not leaking. Then I'll check my airbag supports, top and bottom, making sure they're properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Then I want to check my brake system. My brake airlines are secured to my brake chamber. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they're not leaking. Then I want to check my brake chamber, making sure it's properly mounted and secured by band clamp, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. Then I want to check my slack adjuster and my push rod. My slack adjuster is secured to my push rod with pins and keepers. Both are not cracked, bent, or broken. Slack adjuster should travel no more than 1 inch with the brakes released and pulled by hand. If so, I have it fixed before my trip. Then I'll go into my brake shoes and linings. My brake shoes and linings are properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and my linings are not dangerously wore thin, less than 1/4 of an inch. My brake drum is properly secured, free of oil, grease, and debris. Now I'll check my tires. My inner and outer sidewall tires on both tires is beaded to the rim and no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. My tread face on both tires is worn evenly, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and a minimum tread depth of 2/32. Yes. My bud spacing is free of debris. My tires are not rubbing and nothing is wedged in between. My rim, inner and outer on both tires, is no illegal welds and not cracked, bent, or broken. My lug nuts are none are missing. Look for signs of looseness such as rust trails and shiny threads. My holes behind my lug nuts are not distorted or oblong. My action seal, inner and outer, is properly mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, not leaking. If equipped with a sight glass, I'll make sure it's at proper operating level. My valve stem on both tires are properly mounted and secured. Cap is on tight and not cracked or broken, nor is it leaking. I will use a tire gauge to make sure my tire pressure is at proper manufacturing specification. Am I missing anything down there, guys? Ladies?
The only difference, this is hoop seal in the front, and all the others is axle seal.
Okay, I'm gonna come back over there because I'll check my.
We say about this?
No,
Just in the back.
just the mud flaps.
Okay.
Which is my brake light, my tail light, my turn signal, and my four-way flash. I want to make sure it's properly mounted secure, lenses are not cracked, bent, or broken. It's ready, colored, and function properly. I want to check my white light, which is my display. I want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. It's better, clear, and color. That would be my lead.
The license plate light. They just added it.
Oh, yeah. So my license plate light on my tractor, yeah, we could add that. I'll make sure my license plate light is properly mounted and secure. Not cracked, not cracked, bro. It's lighter, clear, color, and what it's called. Now that slack adjuster that I said, guys, let me show you what the slack adjuster looks like. This is your slack adjuster. You guys can see it right here. Slack adjuster, that's what that is, look like back here. It's right behind the brake chamber. That's why I explained it right after the brake chamber. Okay? Right.
This,
And that's B. That's C.
the C. Okay,
Yes. So
okay.
let's talk about C
Okay.
after we get to it.